Hello. My name is Amanda Weiss. I'm an assistant professor in Japanese, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the screening that we organized for the Japanese part of the Global Media Fest. So last year was, I think, the first time, I don't know, Juan Carlos, you could confirm, but maybe the first time there was a Japanese film included. So we showed the film Ashes to Honey, The Search for Energy Independence in Sweden and Japan. It's a film from 2010. It came out in 2011, right after Fukushima, so it got a lot of press. It ended up becoming Kinema Junpo, which is a top cinema magazine in Japan. It was their #5 doc of the year. And it's about a 30-year battle against nuclear power in Iwaishima, which is a small fishing community in Japan's inland sea. So we screened this film. We also invited the director. She spoke to the students via Skype from Tokyo. It was pretty interesting. She stayed up quite late for us. I think it was very, very late in the evening for us, and students really enjoyed it. In addition to that, I also developed an educational course module very similar to what the German and Chinese programs have done. So some of the issues it's dealing with are, of course, energy, nuclear power, sustainability, self-sufficiency, etc. The time commitment was about 6 hours, and it included a lot of previewing, viewing, and post-viewing activities. So I'll tell you about a couple of them. So an example activity for previewing is a kind of class discussion where students are assigned an article about a 1980 decision by a coastal community to accept a nuclear power plant into their community. Some of the sample discussion questions were, what is Japan's so-called nuclear allergy? What are the historical reasons for this allergy? How have debates over the nuclear power industry in Kaminoseki, which is that community, changed over time, etc. A second example activity is for students to do a kind of pechakucha. I'm not sure if people have heard of that. It's getting more and more popular, but it's a PowerPoint slide that's 20 seconds by 20 slides. So each slide must be 20 seconds long. So they would be assigned a pechakucha on a topic related to nuclear history in Japan. For example, the 1954 Lucky Dragon incident, the 1954 film Godzilla, the character Barefoot Gen, etc. The final activity I'll introduce is a conversation after watching the film. So I have the director's statement for the film, and in it, the director Kamanaka writes, "How do we let people know? How do we break the wall of indifference and get more people to think about these issues? How to make them see that the question of future energy sources is one that directly concerns them?" And then we asked the students in a small group to discuss how effective the film was in breaking this wall of indifference and to brainstorm their own answers to some of the questions that she raises. So in the future, we aim to develop this into a mini online module for community outreach. I also hope to incorporate these activities into the Japanese summer program in Beppu. So it's actually, Beppu is on the island of Kyushu. It's only 2.5 hours away from Iwaishima, where this film takes place. So I'm hoping that eventually we can actually take the students to Iwaishima and meet some of the people who are featured in this documentary film. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for listening.